Alright guys, so today I'm going to be talking to you guys about UR gear and semi-training cave, but mostly UR gear and the engravements, because with training cave coming out on global here pretty soon actually, I feel like most of you guys might be asking questions on how it works, and it's honestly going to be a tiny bit easier for you guys just because you'll be able to read it. But without further ado, here we are. So this is what a UR gear set looks like when it is on the proper character that you engraved it on. It glows purple right here, as you can see. It's glowing purple from Meliodas, and then you can tell that it is UR gear for that certain character because when it's in your box it glows for the character that it belongs to. So if I was to go to, let's say, the next character next to Meliodas, which is Dreyfus, you see how it's not glowing anymore? That just means that Dreyfus cannot use this UR gear. Now he can use the gear, but the UR stats to it won't be added onto Dreyfus. So if I put this onto Dreyfus, bam, he can use it, but you can see how it's not glowing. That just means that he's not going to be able to get the benefit of the UR buff or the little UR stat to it. So if we go back to Meliodas, you can see that right here we have that little UR stat saying that, hey, he has UR gear, which, you know, increases his HP and attack up by 500 and then his HP by 5,000 and so on. So if I was to add this right here to Meliodas, which includes more defense, it's going to show that he now has more attack, more defense, and more HP because the UR gear set is adding that extra little buff to him. So now I'm going to show you guys what it is you need to actually get so-called UR gear. So the things you need for UR gear is it's I want to say simple, but it's just two materials in reality that you need. You need this purple stone and this 6-star blue crystal. Now the 6-star blue crystal is probably, I want to say, the easiest to get out of the two, because one of them you have to go through training cave and the other one you had to have 6 of these UR crystal 5-star crystals, and you just go to king and then you make it a 6-star. Simple as that. You know, most of you guys use king to, you know, increase your chalices or your books or so on and so on. So how do you get this purple crystal? Well, I'm going to show you guys how to get this purple crystal. In order to get this purple crystal, you have to go to BlueStacks. I'm sorry, to BlueStacks. Jeez, that's what I just read. To training cave. And I'm going to shout out to my friend that's letting me use this account who hasn't done training cave, because I sadly, you know, have done it already. So once you get to training cave, there are these 5 options down below right here. Okay, you need 7 level 1s, 5 level 2s, and 3 level 3s in order to unlock a boss. Now that could have changed, as far as I know. I don't think it has changed, but as you can see, these little markers right here, every 3 fights you are going to fight a boss, and that is only if you complete it at level 3 though. So if I do this level 3 stage that is popped up right here, and I do it 3 times over, I'm gonna get to that first mark, which is right here where the hammer is, and I'm gonna go and fight my boss level. Now the boss level is the biggest CP team that you use in order to complete these 3 bosses. I hope that kind of makes sense to you guys. I know it's a little confusing without actually showing you guys how that works. It's just I want to keep it brief and fast, but that's how it works. I'm hoping most of you makes sense to you guys. So just to, you know, put it back real quick, you're gonna fight 3 bosses at level 3, and you're gonna be using 3 different teams. Okay, you use 3 teams. The one with the highest CP you will face on the 4th battle as the boss stage. And that's literally as brief as I can put it. Another thing I want to add to the training cave is once you use a certain character, you can no longer use it for the rest of the training cave until next week. Okay, so keep that in mind as well. Once you use a character, like if I go into this boss fight and I use I don't know what's on his account, and I use this Escanor right here. Okay, if I use Escanor in this boss fight, I can no longer use him for any other boss fight. Alright, and that's how training cave works, and that is how you also achieve the blue crystals, is by doing training cave. So you have to beat the boss stages, you have to beat your own team in order for those crystals to potentially drop. They could have changed it. I'm not sure if they've added the drops to the actual boss fights now, which I don't think they have. If they did, that's something I just didn't realize. Yeah, no, they did not. So though training cave is really good because you can get hammer drops, you can get anvil drops, which is fantastic. It's a really good place to go in order to, you know, get everything you need to start re-rolling your gear and not have to use anything. All right, so now you have everything, right? You have the 6-star crystal, you have the purple stones you need. what do you do next? Next, what you want to do is you go to Merlin, which should already be in your boar hat after you completed whatever story it's on. After chapter 9, she's gonna get this little bubble right here on the right. Sorry, I'm trying to click on it without moving it too much. You should get this little shield icon right here that you can see. On this icon, she's gonna give you two options. Again, on global, it'll probably be a lot simpler since you guys can actually read it. Unlike me, that's in Japanese and kanji, I cannot read it. So on the left side is gonna be the equipment you want to UR. On the right side, it's going to be the character that you want to engrave it on. As I explained earlier, whatever character you choose, that's the only UR, that's the only character that can use that gear set, that UR gear that you're about to engrave onto them. Another thing that I have to bring up to you guys, before you're able to UR any sort of gear, you have to get the SSR equipment to 6 stars. So I'm trying to remember how many. 5 stars plus 5. Okay, so this is how your gear has to look. It has to be at 5 stars plus 5 in order to get it to UR gear. I hope that follows. It is an expensive progress in order to get it to where it is. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you guys Zeldris. I'm going to be showing you guys me URing Zeldris' gear, because that's the next character I want to UR. So as you can see, I got everything to plus 5 stars. I got decent, rolls on it. It took a while to finally get here. You guys know how long Zeldris has been out, and here I am just now finally being able to UR gear him. So what I'm going to do, now, I haven't memorized which gear is Zeldris. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna click on the left side because I want to select the equipment I want to gear, or UR. So this is the gear. Zeldris at the 13% bracer. Yes, that is the gear I want to equip. So as you can see here, it's gonna cost you 10 purple stones and 1 6-star stone plus 500,000 gold. All right, this is not a cheap progress, especially when you're gonna do all 6. So that's what I want. Right now, I have to select the character I want to do it for, and we're gonna scroll down, and there's Zeldris. All right, now you can reverse this. This is reversal, and I'll show you guys right now. So this is it. I want Zeldris. That's the bracer I want. Bam. We're gonna have Merlin do it real quick. She's gonna show this cute animation because it's the queen. Everything she does is perfect. Look at her. And bam, we now have the UR bracer gear set for Zeldris. It's glowing. It has plus 395 more attack. It's fine, right? Okay, cool. Say you messed up. Say you chose the wrong equipment. For some odd reason, you didn't triple check your equipment. You're gonna click this bottom right button, and Merlin's gonna pop up with the same cube, but you can only choose the equipment now. Right? Okay. So you choose the equipment. It's your UR gear set that you've UR'd and you spent a lot of time and effort to make it, and you've messed up sadly. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna click the gear. You're gonna click the green button, and it's gonna cost you 1 million gold to reverse your mistake. So guys, I cannot stress this enough. Make sure that you guys are choosing the correct gear set when you are URing your character, because this is gonna hurt. You guys know how fast gold can go, and this would hurt you a lot. So as you can see, it shows you the character that it's gonna be unenchanted from, I guess. Unengraved from is gonna be Zeldris, and it's the bracer. I obviously don't want to do that because I want Zeldris to keep that. So that's basically the basics to it. So I'm just gonna go through this real quick and then just UR the rest of it, just to kind of, I guess, show you guys the rest of it. What I recommend doing, just to make sure you guys don't mess up, is UR one at a time. Don't plus 5 everything right away. Like, they come out in waves. So when UR gear was first implemented, the first 2 characters that you were able to UR gear for was Alioni and Meliodas. They were the only 2 characters that you were able to get UR gear for. So obviously I can't see a lot of you guys URing gear for Alioni, so just get your Meliodas' gear up to plus 5 stars in order to get it enhanced or engraved for him, so that way you guys don't mess up and potentially don't UR the bracer for like your Bond instead of your Meliodas. I don't know why I tried to use a different example after I just used it. So just that's one way to kind of keep track of what it is you're URing. Again, here, as you can see, I do have a couple things that I plan on URing for someone else. So I did have a couple more plus 5s, but I made sure I literally triple checked before I came in here to UR gear, UR only Zeldris's gear, and before I mess up here and I actually UR'd someone else's gear on accident instead. Hopefully that's not the case, because you know I'm not perfect, that's for sure, but it'll show you guys that now my Zeldris should completely be UR geared. Where is he? He's right here. And there we go. I made no mistakes. As you can see, it's glowing. There's no issue. Now another thing to keep in mind, I can switch out his UR gear with, like, let's say Meliodas. Okay, bam, it's not glowing anymore. You have no idea how to change it back. You don't know whose gear is who. The great thing about this is when you go to switch gear on a unit, the UR gear that person belongs to will always be at the top. So this is Zeldris's gear right here. I'm gonna switch it, and that's how I know. So just to show you guys another example really quick, let me switch it over with someone that's not you, doesn't have any gear whatsoever, or UR gear. My Esterosa does not have UR gear, so I'm gonna take Esterosa's Zeldris gear because Zeldris is a good example here. And now, as you can see, I have a bunch of other UR gear, right? And I'm over here like, bro, I don't know whose UR gear is what. I don't know who's to choose. I don't know why Gothers is glowing here or Meliodas is glowing here, but just play along, okay? So I don't know who's is who. Luckily, Grand Cross is fantastic, and they automatically set it to where that person's UR gear will always be at the top when you want to switch out. So I know for a fact that Esterosa is holding my Zeldris's gear because it's at the top. So I'm just gonna click that, and bam, he has his UR gear back. That is the easiest way to get UR gear back. So I hope this was simple and easy for you guys to follow, because I've been wanting to make this video. I suck at these kind of videos, so I hope it was easy for you guys to follow and you guys found this helpful. For those of you guys that are on global, for those of you that are new to JP, maybe like this helped you guys out as well. But I know this wasn't really a gameplay video and more so of a how-to video, but just with Grand Cross, or not with Grand, well, yeah, with Grand Cross and Training Cave coming around really soon for global, I want to help you guys out a little bit, and hopefully this helped you guys out enough. I don't know, like, again, they could change something on me. They could completely turn it around and be like, hey, we're gonna make getting UR gear like this on global, but for the most part I can't see them changing it. But do keep in mind that this is the JP version, and global has been tending to change things without, you know, without anyone really being like, what, how, why do you change it, what, you guys know what I mean. But anyways, I do hope this was helpful. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys enjoyed this video, consider hitting the like button or subscribing as well. And other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye guys.
Perfect Cube. 私の実験に貢献したくないか？暴食の罪、ボアシン・マーリンだ。よろしく頼む。ロケーション、研究の標本がまた増えたな。素晴らしい。最初からお前らに勝ち目などなかった。